Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Lucky week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here we go. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and's got us off and running.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Shotgun now for Milrow. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. He takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Jackson Smith-Njigba with the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First carry here for Ashton Genty. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Set. Viking 18. 68. Hawk 70. 19 tight. 18. Pioneer.
Throwing off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I love that. Now, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you can do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 70 trips. Go.
This is Genty in 2nd. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Another give here to Jency. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Wow, they must really trust in this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
19 Riot. Here we go. Here we go. Cowboys.
Off the play fake. Milrow. All in left side. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. No play action here. It's Milrow. Fits it through the middle. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. Still fighting forward. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get 6 more on their early advantage. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Go! At the 60. At the 60. Hey! 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
To throw here on 1st down. Throw is there. Trey McBride. And they're on him quickly there after that catch. So the game's going to be into the 34-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready? Take off.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Ready? Cougar 19. Watch the twin. Double up. Big alert. Big alert. Trap 60. Trap 60. 19 tight. 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Cup 19. Cup 19. Check. Smash. Tap. Check. Tap. Check.
Here's a throw. That's complete to the back, Ashton Jency. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Here we go, Shaq. Bronco leading.
He gets it out left, and it's gone. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
19 Lions.
They go play action on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack drives them in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Defense sent them packing back to their own side last play. Time to build on that with second down.
79 Bronco.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Let's go. Panther 60. Warriors 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Third and long for him here. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Eagles are in punt formation.
Fourth down.
And they could really use a good one here. It's fielded at the 14. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the ready.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. Shaq. 1918.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. The defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. Third down coming up. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We'll return to the link right after this.
Ready, set.
About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking down to 2nd and 9.
60 by 6. 70 Timberwolves.
Will Rowe from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he'd be perfect to that point on the drive rock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Well, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
60. Go.
They'll throw. Third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. First set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Ready.
Walker on first down. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Offense to the line. Second down. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. That won't be caught outright. Horton, his intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready? Hot 70, hot 70.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Taken at the 2. And they'll bring him down, but some nice damage done on that return. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
79,
back to the air they go on 2nd down. Brought in by his back here, it's Jensen. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
On 3rd down, Genty. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
All set to go now from the 35. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They're going to try and throw it here. Short pass brought in. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go. 19, 18. 19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11. Check over.
He's dropping back to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Working near his goal line. Gordon down the field, and he's got it. The 40. Into the red zone. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments? I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those old ones. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Pitch play to Jensen. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Could lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 23-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to Genty. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Crash. Bronco 80. 18, Mustang 19.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
The number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down. It's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Has it at the 37. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 45-yard line.
Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Finally a rare win for them against this passing game, and a much-needed one to hopefully restore a little morale on that sidelines. 3 first-half touchdowns. They've been lit up like the 4th of July and really needed something that could be a foothold toward a little momentum before we get to halftime.
Burrow throwing on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. He gets loose down the right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks both racing them to the halftime locker room. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could pull off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level, because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Eagles take over 1st
Just 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive.
Come on, set, go.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Working now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. That one intended for Trey McBride. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Go. Complex, Cowboy 80. 19 Lions. Steady.
Throw here, 3rd down. This is complete, downfield to Smith. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go, set. Bronco 80. Warrior 70. 18, Pioneer. Buffalo 18. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Look at that power, deep left side. That one connects. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Returning it from the 4. Making some progress here. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos.
The final throw before the break. He beams one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's out of bounds up across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. First play is going to be again to Genty. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Mustang 19.
Pass play coming here. Is his back complete? And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger, 70 Timberwolf, 60 Bobcats, 60 Eagles, 60 Broncos. Go!
They'll throw it here on first. Dumped off to his running back. They won't find much there as it reaches the 41. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, this offense loves to mix where they put their personnel on that chessboard, creating matchup advantage after matchup advantage. One of the many wrinkles is sending the running back out as a wide receiver, and he's proving he's just as dangerous in that role as he is out of the backfield.
Trap 60, baby. Come back team, come back team. Get up.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 Bison.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose. Incomplete.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th.
29 Broncos, 18 Pioneer.
Oh, quick throw here, left side. Hits the 20. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in, right? Higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there. Well, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. He fields it from the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Ready? Cougar 19, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Drive begins with a walker run. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. From the gun, Milrow. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Back to 60. Ready?
Shotgun now for Milrow. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Here's the backup, first throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
70 Lions, Warriors 70. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
First down, play action. Complete out to the right side. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that was way too much risk for that reward.
Genty from the gun. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down is going to end up in a loss of yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Third down, they need 7. Air it out on third. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw. Complete right side to Washington. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. This play goes for 36. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off the speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Let's go. Viking 18. Ready.
Throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Looking quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun give here to Genty. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4.
Go! Bronco, trap 60, trap 60. Warriors 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Drops back. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
79 Bronco. 18, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19. Check out.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Check. Here we go. Go.
Hand off, running left, Walker. And they drop him after just a yard. 2nd down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Go play action here. It's Milrow. That pass is caught by Horton. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Ready. Hot 70, hot 70.
Now it's Milrow. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They got 21 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Come on. Hey, 19, stop.
Milrow from the gun. Finds Smith and Jigba right side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks.
And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks making a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call. He would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thinking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 ring, 70 ring.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Going to let this one fly deep downfield. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Seahawks get the football as as he makes his third interception of this season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal.
Walker off his own read. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 6, Hiking, and Steve.
Throwing from the gun here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. He picks up 28 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
79 Broncos. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Milrow. Again, he's got room. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks keep adding to that 4th quarter lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that was scary. And he just made him pay.
Has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 15-yard line.
Hurt. 18, Pioneer. Warrior 70.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Chased out to his right. Throws this one deep down the... Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play! You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Second down out the window. They're backed up here for 3rd down.
Shut up. Cougar 19.
3rd and long for him here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
On the set.
All set to go now from the 35.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Let's go.
They go play action on 1st down. Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
All right, to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
He's got it inside the 25. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles putting up points in a game decided. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Fields this one at the 3. Making some progress here. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that and you kick off returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first. Sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Staying with Walker. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Let's go now.
Pretty short, it's Milrow. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Trying for it with Milrow. Taking a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing from the gun. On the move, headed right. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Warriors 17. 18 run. 18 run.
Again to throw on 2nd. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. Goes down to that 17-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
From the red zone now. And he'll go down here at the 16. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. Has room down the left sideline. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown.
Kid, I know you've listened to me over the years praise and compliment offenses to just not go away from success. If you're running it well, keep running. If you're throwing it, keep throwing. Don't go away from it. Well, this defense, they're not going away from the pressure. And you see the dividends it's paid. This time, 6 points.
So the Seahawks take this one on the road. One of their longest road trips of the season, Brock. But thanks to that primetime slot, the body clock not too thrown off, and they played like winners on this big stage.
Yeah, they sure did. The only thing that's going to be screwed up on their body clock is that long flight home.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a whole lot easier celebrating a great performance.
With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.